Workout videos are back. Whew. Workout videos are back, and yes, today I'm also training back and traps. With the first exercise, the bent over barbell row, I'm starting each session with the, let me catch my breath, with a more tasking exercise. And today the bent over barbell rows are of course the most tasking. For today's workout, I will be focusing on the back thickness. I want to add some density to my back. I think I will add some more weight, 10 reps in this first set. And since I'm doing only 2 sets on this exercise, I will add probably 5 kilos on each side. When I'm doing like the compound movements like this one, I try to reach muscle failure at 6 reps, around 6 reps. I did 10 reps in the first set, so I think I will bump up the weight by 10%, which is another 10 kilograms. So this felt really heavy. Mixed grip. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm doing this exercise raw. No weightlifting gloves, no straps, no weightlifting belt. But to keep the bar inside my palms, I use the mixed grip. So one hand is overhand grip, and on the other is the underhand. This way I can grip the bar more firmly and it doesn't slip from my palms when I'm doing this exercise. This is something I'm basically doing for the last couple of years. I feel more comfortable without the weightlifting belt. I don't need it. It really felt just uncomfortable while doing the exercise. So I ditched it, and yeah, this was the proper set. 6 reps. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not currently training in my usual gym, in the gym that I used to train. I'm setting up my home gym now, and still a lot of work to do. You can see in the background we are still working. So, but the main piece of equipment arrived, so I'm testing it out. And yeah, more about this and what I will have when it will be completed. So if you want me to do a video about my home gym, for the equipment, the cost and everything, just let me know in the comments, and in about 4 weeks it should be finished, so I will then pause the video. So okay, moving on to the next exercise. Since I'm focusing on back thickness in today's workout, the next exercise is also for back thickness, more or less, the seated cable row. Just need to set up, and I will catch up with you in a minute. I have set up the machine for the seated cable row, and I will use this piece of insulation just for my seat. I could sit on the floor, no problem, but if I have my butt slightly elevated, it's even better. So let's do the first set. 12 reps, I will increase the weight, maybe for about 10 kilos. Again, I'm still testing the machine here, and sometimes I don't do the right judgment because the target here is about 6 to 8 reps, close grip, to target my lower lats. And let's do the next set. This set felt better, much better. I need to write my notes in my training log, so I will know for the next workout, next time when I will train my back again. Okay, 2 sets also here, and now I will do some lat pull downs. Again, slightly closer grip, neutral grip. So I will focus more on the lower lats, because we know that the wider we grip the bar, more we engage the upper lats. About training volume, I see people doing 4 or even 5 sets per exercise, which is okay if you are doing, let's say, 2 exercises per body part. And I think most people are doing wrong, because with the mentality, you know, if you're doing 1 exercise, 4 or 5 sets, maybe you don't even realize, but you're not going all in on each and every set. Because if you know that you have only 1 or 2 sets on that exercise, hey, you will probably think, I need to give my all because it's the only set I have on this one. At least this is the way I'm thinking. And I know that I did greater progress when I lowered my training volume, keep the intensity high. Of course, that doesn't mean that you need to die on each and every set, but you know what I'm trying to say. So, lat pull downs. Whoa, that felt heavy. I thought it would be a little easier, to be honest. But I guess I will keep this weight for now. We'll go another set with this weight. Whew. Yeah, so if your goal is to keep building your back width, you should then start, of course, the workouts when training your back with some lat pull downs, or even better with pull-ups. This is, sometimes I used to train my back twice a week. Let's say one workout was focusing on back width with lat pull downs, pull-ups, different variations, of course, of those. While in the other workout I did back thickness. Again, bent over barbell rows, bent over dumbbell rows, single arm dumbbell rows, seated cable rows. So basically it was like horizontal pull movements, vertical pull movements in different workouts. Okay, another set here, and then we are done with this exercise. One more. 6 reps again. So this was the back portion of the workout. At the end of my back workout, I usually do some direct direct trap work. Basically shrugs, sometimes with dumbbells. Today I will do with the barbell, just to finish off and working on these babies here. Let me just set up and I will catch up with you again. The workout is finished. So if you're wondering, yes, only one set on the shrugs for my traps. I usually aim to do between 10 to 15 reps on this exercise because I believe that my traps respond better to slightly higher reps. And of course, I don't want to put too much pressure on my spine with, when you shrug really heavy weight. Like if I would like to do 6 reps here, I would probably need at least 20 more kilos on each side, and then through time, of course, I could probably feel it in my lower back, so this way it's better. But I do sometimes, when I'm doing the shrugs with the dumbbells, the seated variation, then of course I go heavier. But there's no need, because 10 to 12 reps on this exercise is my sweet spot. If I go to 15, it's okay. I rarely go lower. So let me just show you. I will just pick the camera, but I need to switch the lens because this one is not stabilized and it will be really shaky. So let's switch the lens and I will show you this machine. So if you're wondering, this behind me is the ATX FCR780 squat rack, but with the pulley station. You probably already noticed, I think it's a new model from the ATX, and we know ATX in Europe is like Rogue or Rep in the States. I will show you more closely. So here is the setup for the lat pull downs. You can put the bench in between. You have also your knee pads, so you're fixed and secured on the bench. The pulley station, it has a weight stack of 125 kilos. I'm not sure how much pounds that is, but you can calculate it. Well, the machine is not fully functional yet because they forgot to send me some, or to add the spacers here on this side. So this one, I can't use it right now, but I'm waiting for the parts to be delivered in about a week or two. And yeah, as mentioned, if you want me to do a video after I will finish this home gym, I will gladly do it. Here's my old stationary bike. You notice we are in the attic. So here are the dumbbells. I have like up until 40 kilos, which I believe it's enough for me. Maybe on some single arm rows I would use more, but it's okay. So that's it for this workout. Let's hop in my studio down because I have to say a few words about proper form. And maybe it will make you guys think, maybe you will agree with me or maybe you will not, but I am open for a discussion in the comments. Okay, so we are back in the office. I wanted to share my thoughts on proper form and technique, which I believe are important, but potential compensatory movements within a given exercise or movement pattern aren't deadly, nor are they extremely dangerous, but obsessing over perfect biomechanics is more often ideology, a misconception. We know that life isn't a laboratory. Sometimes someone can have by the book technique and still get injured, while someone else might move in their own way and never run into any issues. Following progressing overload principles is key to making progress in the gym, especially when it comes to building muscle. In some cases, load management is even more important than biomechanics. Let me explain. Of course, it's always good to work on improving the technique of our lifts and to understand what we are doing. But the reality is that once we are working with higher percentages of our max, the body will always seek the shortest, easiest path to complete the task. And often that shows up as some form of compensation. Does it automatically mean someone will get injured? Not necessarily. In my 12 years of coaching, I can count on one hand how many clients have been injured, and not solely because of technique, but due to a variety of reasons. The internet is flooded with influencers looking flawless, showing perfect form in their training videos, but reality often looks quite different. When I was in LA training at Gold's Gym Venice and also in New York at Powerhouse Gym, I had the chance to meet and observe some of the biggest names in the fitness industry. When the cameras are off and no one's filming, you quickly realize that their form isn't perfect, especially on those final heavy reps. I won't mention any names, but I'm referring to influencers with millions of followers. So if you obsess over perfect techniques so much that you never actually load your muscles properly, don't be surprised if you are still weak and haven't made progress years down the line, despite your perfection. So I wanted to say that a balanced approach is key. This was just a quick rant about the obsession with perfect form. And if you're interested in DM fitness coaching, where you will receive a custom tailored meal plan and training program, check the link in the description. There are less than 3 months until summer, and if you want to get fitter by then, now is the time to apply. You will work with me directly. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will not miss my future uploads. Take care.